If you're ready to do in a space like that, you have to create a world.
No.
You have to create a fictional world. అంటే ఈ టైంలో ఇలాంటి ఊర్లో ఇలా జరిగేది అని కథ చెప్పాలి.
రైట్.
ఇప్పుడు మనకు ఇది జరిగిన దిస్ ఇస్ నాట్ హ్యాపెనింగ్ ఇన్ అ టౌన్ అన్నప్పుడు అప్పుడు బిలీవబిలిటీ పోతుంది.
As I was saying, a few of the portions in our film, about 10 to 20% of incidents which happened in his real life, which I know he shared with me, which has been portrayed by my character Arjun in the film. Once you watch it, you will know.
ఇప్పుడు go a couple of years back, there were a lot of mafia actually, very active అని చెప్పొచ్చు. And today the law has controlled it, and mafia అనే ప్యాటర్న్ వచ్చి కొంచెం చేంజ్ అయిపోయింది అనమాట. Mafia is in a very different form today.
Welcome to Cinema Express. Today we have with us the team of Premistava. Okay, we have the iconic Vishnuvardhan sir, and we have the film's producer Sneha, and we have Akash, who's debuting with the film. So we can speak in English, Telugu, whichever you are comfortable with, sir. No problem.
Okay, great. Sounds good.
So Akash, just let's start with you. So this is your debut film, right? Coming to the Telugu audiences you're facing for the first time. Are you nervous, or what's running in your head right now? What's your headspace?
Very, very nervous, mixed with the excitement, of course, because we get to share our experience to the Telugu audience. So very, very excited about that, and nervous as well as to how they're going to accept me in the Telugu industry. Yes.
Okay. Sneha, what about you? What's going on in your head? How's your headspace?
Same, nervous, but also very, very excited to be getting Premistava to be released in Telugu through my 3 movie makers. So very happy and excited and nervous at the same time.
How do I feel?
No, sir. You don't have to tell how you feel. You just tell us, you're coming back after a while, right? It's been a while since we've seen you make something in Telugu.
Yeah,
now,
that's correct.
But people kind of remember you very fondly because of that big film that you made.
Because of one
because
film,
of
yes.
one big film, explosive film you made. So, point is, do you have again plans to come back to Telugu? That's one question. I know people have asked you, but my second question is, sir, the way you've shown mafia stories, the way you've shown gangster on a screen, the way you've written those kind of stories, what is happening with mafia films these days, sir? Why are mafia films so boring these days?
No, that is because it's very simple అండి. ఇప్పుడు in your life today, you see, ఇప్పుడు go a couple of years back, there were a lot of mafia actually, very active అని చెప్పొచ్చు.
Right.
And today the law has controlled it, and mafia అనే ప్యాటర్న్ వచ్చి కొంచెం చేంజ్ అయిపోయింది అనమాట. Mafia is in a very different form today. It has a
technology tools.
It has a technology kante you don't have except for certain areas in certain sensitive places there are certain kind of activities, but it is pretty much controlled. So gangsters are very different today.
Right.
They have grown in a very different format, or it has become very different actually. So the officially you cannot tell because it's a very sensitive thing.
Right.
So appudu it was bang open anamata.
Exactly.
It was a very open thing, and it was very active, and today they're not very active today. So that is why, and it's also exertion, because until and unless you show something new in today's time how it is happening and cheppetappudu, then the stories would become a little more interesting.
Right. So, and let's say today if you approach something like that again, maybe if you again make, I'm not saying Billa for sake of Billa or Panja for sake of Panja, but I'm saying today again if you have to bring a fresh narrative in that space, are you ready for it? Are you again bang on for it?
It is very easy. You can actually definitely, if you're ready to do in a space like that, you have to create a world.
No.
You have to create a fictional world.
Full fiction.
అంటే ఈ టైంలో ఇలాంటి ఊర్లో ఇలా జరిగేది అని కథ చెప్పాలి.
రైట్.
ఇప్పుడు మనకు ఇది జరిగిన దిస్ ఇస్ నాట్ హ్యాపెనింగ్ ఇన్ అ టౌన్ అన్నప్పుడు అప్పుడు బిలీవబిలిటీ పోతుంది. రూట్ ఇస్ గాన్. ఇదే నేను చెప్పేది అనమాట. బికాస్ బిఫోర్ ఇట్ వాస్ రూటెడ్, ఇట్ వాస్ క్వైట్ ఓపెన్, వీ యూస్ టు రీడ్ అ లాట్ ఆఫ్ న్యూస్, వీ యూస్ టు సీ అ లాట్ ఆఫ్ థింగ్స్, అండ్ today it is more underground, today it's more submerged, today the law enforcement has controlled it a little in Chepocho, but still these things, always there is good and evil, there's always a fight between two. The evil keeps changing, the good always remains the same.
Right. Now, first I wanted to get that question because as a fanboy I really wanted to ask that mafia question to you. So now coming back to this is a great love story vibe in the trailer. Like you get that almost Mani Ratnam sir feeling, that kind of feeling is there in the film. That's what we can see. Now Akash, when you're tapping into that kind of role, it's clearly a middle class boy role, falling in love with a girl. So there is a sense of excitement, there is a sense of what you call naughtiness in this character. How did you approach that? Like what were the inspirations for you?
Inspiration, is it? Yeah. Inspiration was completely my director Vishnuvardhan sir, entirely because, as I was saying, a few of the portions in our film, about 10 to 20% of incidents which happened in his real life, which I know he shared with me, which has been portrayed by my character Arjun in the film. Once you watch it, you will know. Because the character Arjun, right, no hesitation, he doesn't think twice. Once he decides something, he just no other second thought. He just goes and does it. So that was very different for me to play because it's totally different from my character in real life. So that was very exciting and different to play because, like I said, he doesn't think too much, and if he loves someone, he just directly goes, proposes, asks, just like he'll be like, just okay, let's get married, like that kind of this thing. I think which exactly what happened in Vishnu's life as well, my life as well. Right. Yes.
Okay, so
very close.
Arjun is this kind of character. Sir said that the film deals with relationships, relationships or breakup. Today, what's happening in today's generation or whatever. What is your understanding of today's generation's grasp over relationships? Like, what is limiting people today in completely understanding romance as a concept or whatever?
I sound like a very old person, but what I've this thing is because I've been in a relationship in my life for 10 years before marriage. So what I've noticed right now is they're taking a relationship very grantedly. There's no respect in the relationship. First, you have to build a friendship. That friendship has to be there because love is not just love, like romance, and not just that. There's a relationship which is called friendship. You have to build first. You have to become best friends with your partner before husband and wife or girlfriend and boyfriend and all. Which has worked out for me. Which is my experience, which I'm sharing with you. Yes.
Ma'am, do you agree with that? Do you agree with whatever he said?
Sir, we would like to know what is the smile behind. I don't know if you're smiling on him or smiling on me.
Smiling
And
on
he's
both
also
of them.
puzzled and they are also puzzled. So please enlighten us.
No, with Sir, no, I've known Sir for 5 years now, and I think I can say that I know a lot about him. With what he's saying, what Akash is saying, he's a person like that. If he believes in something, he's so there for it, So I think that has happened in his relationship also. And I know his wife, who's like Anuvardhan, who also did our costumes and everything. I know her also, so I know the stories and I know how he's been. He's been right out there, and he's been like that. So I really like that about him. And with Akash also, I really like his honesty and sincerity in everything. And I've known him for 14 years till now. And whatever he's saying, he's not Chuma saying, he's really like that. So yeah, I can't, both of them are really like that. Yeah.
So
Whatever that really like that is, okay, we are like that.
Yeah, they are. That's true.
what is great camaraderie between you guys. I can see that. Sir, you tell us the film starts as at least in the trailer part. I'm only referencing the trailer now. So, from the trailer, what we get is there's a beautiful love story. There's middle class routing, everything. Now there's a lot of travel. You're going to multiple countries. There is a thriller aspect to it. So tell us about this, sir. Blending these two genres together.
Okay. When you see the trailer, you feel it's a love story, and beyond love, there is one high drama that's happening.
Right.
Correct?
Right.
Do you get that?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Then I'm successful actually. Successful in communicating. Communicating. Right. So that was the idea. Even the film is like that actually, because the story is about these two people. Katha will iddar gurinche. Endukunte love story is just between two people. And when you're dealing with relationships, annappudu the trauma that is happening within it is the relationship between these two characters. Okay, how they meet, how they fall in love, what the reasons that becomes why they actually break up, and how they get back together. It's a relationship. Right. In between this, oka drama jarugutundi with life lo. That drama also has to do with relationships.
Oh, okay.
So it's between a father son, it's between a husband and wife, it's between two friends like Kalki and thing, which they form like a brotherly and sisterly relationship, like a friend. So it deals on different levels of characters, the same relationships, how devastating it can create a drama in their lives itself. How a relationship of a friendship can create a devastation in their drama. So it is not about two separate entities. It's a relationship of a love, and it's a relationship of many aspects in the film which creates a drama. Right. So that's how we have dealt with the script.
Right. It's almost like a Baba talking about philosophical. It's very interesting. Sir, no, really, sir, I'm being honest. There's a beautiful line in the trailer again. There's this line where Kalki says to your character, two people break up because of a situation. Situation passes, but that decision remains. Such a hard-hitting and simplest understanding of breakup, right? So when we talk about something like that, when let's say there's something hard feelings that the film is dealing with, there's strong emotion you have to show. You're a debut actor end of the day. Sure, you come from good film background, influential film background, but point is you still have to show all of those emotions, right? It's like when he says trauma, when he says you're hit by this and that, how do you approach it? How do you get to that place as an actor?
Okay. Actually, that entire thing goes to, I'm not even kidding about it, the entire credit goes to Vishnuvardhan. So I know how hard he worked to, break this thing, because I'm very opposite of what I did on the character, right? Completely opposite in real life. And it took me some time to get out of my comfort zone. So huge credit to sir to, get me out of the comfort zone. So when I'm on set, I have to put Akash away and I have to get into the character, because not 1% of Akash can come into the character, because I know it won't work out. So I like literally throw my real life character outside, and that's when and enter the sets. It was a little not challenging, you say, like I got to experience, what that kind of like one mindset and like very like a fun-loving person. What I played Arjun character is. It was fun. So entire credit goes to Vishnu sir to mold me into that character. Yes. Yeah.
I mean, going forward also, like the kind of films you're going to choose later, maybe again you might choose different genres again. When you again approach a love story, will you take back these same learnings that you?
This learning I think help me so much. I will carry this experience throughout my life, because it will help me throughout my career, irrespective of the genre. It will help me throughout my career, definitely, yes, because it's a wonderful experience. Debut movie under Vishnuvardhan sir's guidance and direction. It's a huge thing for me, yes.
He's being too sweet and too modest. Okay, the truth is no, is it? Okay, let me add a little more truth to it. No, let me add a little more spice to the truth. Actually, the truth is, see, it is. I never compromised. ఒక కాంప్రమైజ్ ఒకటి ఉంటుంది కొత్త యాక్టర్ మనం కొంచెం చూస్ చేయాలా, ఎక్కువ పుష్ చేయకూడదు, సో ఇలాంటి బాగా లుక్ మాత్రం ఉండి చేయాలా అని ఒక ఆస్పెక్ట్ ఒకటి ఉంటుంది కదా, అలా అప్రోచ్ చేయలేదు. ఈ క్యారెక్టర్ ఇలా, అమ్మాయి క్యారెక్టర్ ఇలా అనేటప్పుడు యూ ఫ్రీలీ రోట్ ఇర్రెస్పెక్టివ్ ఆఫ్ ద ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఆఫ్ యాక్టింగ్. అంటే వాళ్ళు పర్ఫామ్ చేస్తేనే అది బాగుంటుంది, పర్ఫామ్ చేయకపోతే బాగుంటుంది. అలాగే మనం డిస్కనెక్ట్ అయిపోతాము. And I remember certain scenes which I had tears in my eyes. That means I literally pushed him to maximum limits to perform. And he performed. That is where comes a lot of strength actually. That means you are ready to do it. That's what I wanted to add a little more. మనం పుష్ చేయొచ్చండి, అది కనపడకపోతే ఎలా, వాళ్ళు మనం ఎంతైనా చేస్తే వాళ్ళు పర్ఫామ్ చేయాలి కదా. సో దెర్ ఇస్ అట్ వన్ సీన్ విచ్ యూ విల్ ఫీల్ దట్. ఈ మొత్తం స్టోరీకి ఒక కోర్ ఒకటి ఉంటుంది కదా, ఆ సీన్ పర్ఫామ్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఐ ఫెల్ట్ ఇట్. దే బోత్ పర్ఫార్మ్డ్ ఇట్. దట్ ఇస్ వై వెన్ ద బిగ్గెస్ట్ విక్టరీ నాకు ఏంటంటే, వెన్ పీపుల్ సీ ద ఫిల్మ్, వెన్ దే సే ఇట్ డజంట్ లుక్ లైక్ ఆకాష్స్ ఫస్ట్ ఫిల్మ్ అన్నప్పుడు నేను గెలిచినట్టు, తను గెలిస్తే నేను గెలిచినట్టు.
I'm sure that actually that very high possibility that will happen. So because in the trailer, the way you see his character is very well etched. It's very active, proper middle class boy. You can quickly relate to a character like that. So tell us also about Aditi Shankar. Tell us about Aditi sir. Like what was the camaraderie? Iddanu techinappudu two people in love again. So what preparation had to be done right before the film started as well?
It is very simple అండి. ఎందుకంటే అమ్మాయికి ఒక హై ఎనర్జీ ఉంటుంది, ఓకేనా. మీరు now you are asking, no, there's so much of camaraderie between, because we love each other is why we could make a film first. Apro there should be a great friendship between two people, between Aditi and Akash. When they have that kind of an understanding as a friendship, then professionally when they are doing it, comfort zone okati, that they have to create that comfort zone, and we should create that atmosphere for them. And Aditi has to look, we needed a very simple looking girl. It is not a gloss glamour girl, and you could have anybody for that matter. Like Akash really likes Samantha and Nayanthara and all of them. You could have paired. Even I really like them actually. You could have liked them. So you could have paired. But when does a love story come in a very genuine to it is when these two young people, the girl is looking like a neighbor girl, the boy is looking like a neighbor boy, and they've not seen each other. Then there is novelty in that. So Aditi was fitting that perfectly actually. That is how Aditi came into the picture. Rest of the characters, they command an aura, they command certain dignity, and they command certain social status. అప్పుడు ఉండేటప్పుడు ఒక ఇమేజ్ ఒకటి ఉంటుంది కదా, దట్స్ వేర్ ఖుష్బు మ్యామ్, శరత్ సార్, ఆల్ ఆఫ్ దెమ్ కమ్ ఇన్ టు దిస్ స్మాల్ లైఫ్స్.
And tell us also why there is so much travel in the film again. Countries, different kind of Portugal, in Spain, I guess Brazil. You tell us like why. What is the within the story? Why do these characters? We'll watch the film, but before that, what can you tell?
ఇప్పుడు కథ జరిగే ఊరు ఉంది కదా, that also becomes a character.
Right.
That also becomes a character. Why? I could have gone to US, I could have gone anywhere, but you should go to a place where the characters don't understand the language.
Right.
For example, if you don't understand Hindi, okay, if you go to Bombay, okay, you'll try to talk English because they're English speaking people and all these things. Now when there is a problem, when you don't understand the language, then the characters are automatically in certain difficulties that they have to handle. ఎందుకంటే వాళ్ళు ఇంగ్లీష్ కూడా అర్థం కాదు, వాళ్ళు మాట్లాడేదే అర్థం కాదు. You don't even know. That's when Kalki, a character comes who's a Portuguese national but has an Indian origin to her. Then if there is a blend of these things, it becomes a little interesting because the Portugal is a character in the film. You have these characters who travel to that place where the entire drama and the story unfolds there. So it is not just happening in a foreign land, but the language plays a role. The geography of the place becomes a character. It adds difficulties and complications. So Portugal is key. Spain Spain is certain sequences which when you see the film you'll know, like the prison sequences and all this thing, which we needed a prison, so we went to because we needed a prison, an European prison. So where we found it only in Spain. Right. And thanks to the producer who helped us to actually explore and go there and get it officially. Thank you so much, Sneha.
Thank you.
Yeah, ma'am. So tell us, like, were there any challenges exploring these new places? Going there, shooting.
Yeah, of course there was, but I think everybody came together and worked as a team, so it didn't seem too hard. It was a very nice experience to shoot this film, to be honest. Even though it was in different areas and things like that, we had a good setup, and or whoever worked with us as the line producers, everybody. It was a good experience.
Yeah, it was very nice. Where I got beaten up also by my producer. Sorry, I'm not supposed to talk this officially, no? Sorry, officially you maatladakuddu. You can. It's just kidding. We're just kidding. We had fun. We because we were all well prepped. Ani cheppalanamata. We were all well prepped. Because of the preparations, we could have fun making the film. The fun making the film was not a pressure anamata. It was a pleasure. Yeah. So we used to play the right shoots and all, where she does a lot of kung fu, karate, my producer, wrestling and all these things. And in fact, Federico, my action director, who's from Spain, he was fascinated to see her action. So he got worried actually. He didn't know if the action scene was happening here or action scene was happening on set.
Very strict producer.
Very strict producer actually.
Get beaten up.
So every time the shot and all happens, I'll look at Sneha, I'll ask her. She'll be like, I said, okay, the shot is okay. I'm just kidding. This shows, we had fun making the film.
Shows exactly how much fun there went. And you're also a director, right? You made 2 films, what we've heard. So you are somebody who's made films and now you're in the production part of it. Like, what is the transition thing? So,
I made a film.
I learned a lot. Sorry.
I made a film when I was 17, so it's been like a while, like almost 10, 11 years, I think. So after that, like production, we started off with Master, was the first film with XB, and now we did Premistava. So this is the second experience, and it was a good experience.
Won the youngest director in Tamil for a feature film, actually. Wow. 17 years old. It's a very big thing.
She's a classical Bharatanatyam dancer who finished her Arangetram. She's a singer. Guitarist.
No, not a guitarist. Please, sir.
She's everything. She's writer, director, spot boy, production, cooking, a driver. All in all,
yeah, I've done all of this actually.
All of this.
Yeah. Beautiful also, and also a star, also actor, and she also dubbed. She is very good at dubbing. She has a very nice voice in dubbing because of the singing.
Right.
So, are we talking about? No. One second. Are we talking about Akash? Are we talking about Aditi, or are we? What? I'm getting confused. I'm sorry.
Okay, we'll
Just kidding.
We'll talk about this. So in your films, there's a very interesting visual sense. In all the films that watch this, the way you color grade, the way the visuals happen, it's very stylized and very slick, very beautiful. Even by today's standards, Panja is one of the slickest films on screen, actually. Where does that come for you, sir? Where does that visual sense? I know that you know fully about all of this, but just tell us this. This point of making your film stand on a very unique visual, thing.
Manufacturing defect. I was kidding because no, the story only. The story will dictate the look.
Right.
So that means you should have an understanding of colors. You should have an understanding of the lenses. You should have an understanding about the treatment of a film. It all begins from there actually. You will also make a film. Akash will make a film. She will make a film. Anybody in this room can make a film. I always believe that. But depending on your knowledge, depending on your sensibilities, depending on your swag, depending on your style, your taste. So if you're a painter, you'll have a better sense of colors. And if you understand cinematography, you'll have a better sense of lighting. You'll have a better sense of your lenses. What lens, what it conveys. All these things matters a lot actually. And if you have knowledge about stunts or anything like that, then you know how to design an action. So all these knowledges, everybody has certain sensibilities. So it's ఈ ప్రశ్న వచ్చి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయడం చాలా కష్టం అనమాట. బట్ ఐ థింక్ ఇట్స్ గాట్ టు డూ విత్ దట్ ఇన్సైడ్ టేస్ట్ దట్ యూ హ్యావ్ అండ్ ద లర్నింగ్ బికాస్ దేర్ ఆర్ సో మెనీ క్రాఫ్ట్స్. It is not just direction, is not just saying action cut or placing a shot. It is about making the best use of all the crafts that exist. You should have a basic understanding of the crafts.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for that cute little masterclass. That's very much pumping for filmmakers as well who will probably watch this again.
Thank you so much.
So yeah, thank you. We are really looking forward to Premistava. Akash, we're really looking forward to your debut and hoping that the film works very big and becomes really big, successful film. And sir, thank you for giving time to
Thank you
cinema.
so much. The audience have always shown a lot of love, so we hope that they show more love not this time. Thank you.
Definitely, sir. Thank you.
ప్రేమిస్తావా మూవీని చూడండి అండ్ సపోర్ట్ చేయండి. థియేటర్లో సపోర్ట్ చేయండి. థ్యాంక్ యూ. థియేటర్లో సపోర్ట్ చేయండి.